So I think moving on to our last topic is going to be one of the biggest games that's been talked about for like I think 7 years now, or like
8.
7, 8, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, a long time, long enough for like someone to probably go into adulthood. If I was a baby when this game was announced, then I'm probably like 99 years old. That game was eternity ago.
That's so long ago.
Metroid Prime 4. We actually have a name for it and everything like that. Yeah. I'm still just going to call it Metroid Prime 4 because that's what I've always called it.
Yeah.
But it's called Beyond. Again, I thought that this was like I don't know why. I thought it was a trilogy or something. I thought maybe it was like upgraded trilogy until I started seeing the scenery more. I was like, wait, this is like a galactic war. The trailer starts off with like Samus jumping off of a new ship, which is why I probably in hindsight I was like, how did I not catch that? So like this is definitely a new game. But she's going to jump off a new ship and like these whole like. It feels like it's not even a Nintendo Switch game. It feels like the next console.
Yeah.
So you have all these ships flying around and like there's blasters on the mountain tops that are getting like shot down out of the sky.
I feel like it's seen out of Halo.
It really does.
It looks like Halo.
You know what's beautiful about it? There's no lag. Like there's no stuttering or anything like that. Like this game
looks so crisp.
You could tell like when they said that they were going to try to like work on this game more. I wonder if why they restarted was they couldn't get what they wanted to do to work until they started hiring more people.
Oh, yeah, true.
Like maybe that might actually be a big part of it. Because
I think it's like also like part of the limitation of Switch because it has kind of been around for a while, and I feel like I'm not sure if it will not be Switch NX exclusive.
Yeah, I think whatever comes after, I like a part of me did want to see this, but a part of me was kind of like they should hold on to this a little bit.
Yeah,
they should have. Yeah, I mean, like obviously after seeing it, it's just like that worry was not really there. But if they have an option to go on to the next console, I'm just buying the next console.
No, that's okay.
But we actually did end up seeing it before they released the next console. The game did not get canceled.
It did not.
Indeed, it looks really cool, and they even found a way how to implement an actual system where you kind of know where to go. If you watch the trailer in slow, or if you see like there's a scene in the trailer where Samus walks up to a wall and they actually highlight the bricks, like her visor actually highlights the breakable bricks. Which is super helpful from a guy who's playing through Metroid Prime 1 right now. Yeah. And it's impossible to tell what you can do versus what you can't do as far as like destructible objects. And it's a lot better than like signposting, because there's been a lot of like signposting. I'm about to say controversy, not controversy, but a lot of people right now are talking about signposting on Twitter, online, and like the curse of the yellow spray paint. Because there's like a lot of games right now. It's like very easy and obvious. And like it's kind of out of the world, so it'd be like in Final Fantasy, the one that just came out. There's like, oh yeah, you need to go climb up this wall, and like a whole strip of this like spray paint of the wall. It's like it looks weird.
Like why would this be here?
Nintendo found a way how to make an alien-looking world, like the most like sci-fi kind of like dark Nintendo stuff. Yeah, but it makes sense because I know where to go in this game now.
There's like somewhat of a path.
Yeah, it's like. They did it in a way where it fits the aesthetic of the world, so I don't think anyone's gonna have a problem with that game. That's gonna be really cool.
Which is good because I feel like one of the hard parts for me, like I played through Metroid, Super Metroid, and Metroid Dread, and I didn't get into the 3D ones. But like a lot of time in Metroid games, it's kind of hard to see where you're going and where you're supposed to go. So, and I can only imagine 3D games. It looks like I see you and you're like playing a 3D game. I'm like, where are you going? Like,
hey,
what?
Sometimes it's like you just kind of do want to see the action, especially coming off of like Metroid Prime 1. It's a nearly perfect game, but sometimes you do want to just kind of like know where to go. Yeah. And I think that if they're making this game anything like Metroid Dread, where it's like you kind of like, in Metroid Dread, you kind of like find the flow naturally. Yeah. I think the visor feature is a very small part of the trailer, but it's going to be a very big part of the overall game. It's going to be a lot more accessible for newcomers. And if you're just in it from like the Halo audience or like even like the COD audience or anything like that, I think that this game is going to appeal to a lot of people now.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be straight. Like I feel like even how the Halo-esque intro scene, the fact that there's like cutscenes in this game. I don't know how long or in depth they are because I mean Metroid Prime has cutscenes too, but this definitely looks more like Halo, like different types of game,
Yeah, well, that's the thing about the cutscenes. The cutscenes are like rendered so well.
Yeah, it looks like
there's
legit.
a scene where Psylocke, who's going to be probably the main enemy of this game, he breaks into a wall, and they show Samus, and even though you don't see her face, you still get her expression. And if you freeze frame it, like the the detailing on her suit this time around and like the graphics on it.
Bro.
This is like surprising that it's even on the Switch. This was like it might be like, dare I say, even like PS4 kind of graphics.
Like maybe 4K.
Yeah, like maybe a little less, but like it looks like it could pass on like maybe PS4.
Because you gotta think about the fact that like I wonder how it's gonna look in person because YouTube compression is a thing.
Exactly.
And this is probably older footage of it because it's not the newest because we don't have a date yet. I feel like the last couple trailers you'll see the graphics get better, kind of like in Street Fighter 6. The more recent trailers, like Ryu versus Luke trailer, the graphics are like a little like, okay, this is, I see what you're getting at. And like the last trailer, like, oh, this is how this game looks.
Yeah,
so we're not there yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to say, I wonder why 2025 at that point. Like, are they still? How much of the game is finished already?
What I'm wondering, what time of 2025? Like, what are we saying? Like, early 2025? It's not.
Don't be holiday 2025.
It's gonna be holiday 2025.
I want it to be like January or at least for sometime first quarter.
That would be honestly. I think they're gonna make it. I think we're gonna get a lot more story stuff. We're gonna get a lot more gameplay stuff, and I feel like it's gonna be like toward the end 2025. I feel like if they were to release the next console, they may do that and then have it 2025, like toward the end of next year, console Christmas, Metroid on this new console. Like, I'm just saying.
What? I'll wait. It's actually worth waiting. If we get it on another console, I'll wait. I'm pretty sure in the last episode of Beamcast we actually talked about we wanted Metroid to take place on the next console.
Yeah, it might. And now looking at the date and like, oh, okay, next year.
Because it's kind of like they're, Nintendo's big, like, I'm about to say graphic series, but like graphically enhanced series.
Yeah, it's not.
Where it's like,
it's not anime.
It's not kiddie. It's not, it's not animated. This is like actual, like, you're fighting aliens in space. And they want to kill you, so I want to see that. Fight for your life. Exactly, I want to see that, and I think it's going to bring in a lot of people to play the game, and Metroid could get even more popular than it already is. Awesome. So and also Psylocke is being kind of at the forefront of the games, which is not usually a thing. Yeah,
because he was like a side character in some of the ones. So I know there's like 100 fan theories for Psylocke. I'm saying his name wrong. I can feel it.
Who cares?
It's okay. You know what I'm talking about, the blue dude. And there's so many like theories that like for again like 10 years now, like even before this game was revealed, everyone's like, oh yeah, they should tie this to this. This should be like this. And what if Psylocke is Samus's brother? And like all these crazy
I remember that theory,
bro. And everyone talks about it even still today. So like there's so many like theories and stuff that they could finally answer all these years later. Come on, man. I thought he had Metroids around him in the trailer, but they look different.
Yeah, those are Mocktroids. They were made to be like replacement that Metroids got. I think in the timeline, the Metroids are already technically dead. Yeah, and then they introduced Mocktroids in another game. So those are actually Mocktroids, not Metroids, like we originally said in the trailer reaction. Yeah. But
whoops.
It just goes to show that like consistency in the story.
Yeah.
That I really do appreciate Nintendo, even though like the timeline's kind of like hard to follow, but it looks also moving on to like some gameplay stuff. We spent some time talking about the lore, but some gameplay stuff. There's a scene at the end of the trailer where they do a zoom out shot. It looks like Zelda. Wow.
What?
Yes, Princess Samus is coming out of a portal and
taking names.
Yeah, she's like standing, and they pan the camera out, and you see like a full escape. I wonder, are they kind of going in a God of War route where it's like a kind of open world?
I mean, some of the people who worked on God of War is working on this. So that'd be cool. I feel like if we could get a Metroid game that feels like Metroid, but still kind of, I wouldn't be mad if it played kind of like God of War, how like there's a path that you go. There's not a lot of puzzles in God of War 2018. It's a path that you go, you level up, you can backtrack and get stuff, which is kind of like Metroidvanias and Metroid games. So maybe like God of War-esque of there's a clear path, but if you want the cool stuff and the cool abilities and the wave beam and all those other cool things, you go another way and get them. But I do like the idea of having kind of like, maybe like that style.
Yeah, and I wonder what kind of like combat stuff they're gonna have in here too. Yeah, it's gonna be different because like if you look at the list of people who are working on this game, you have a lot of people working on this game. Yeah. And so far, what they showed looked like Metroid Prime like what we've seen before, but I know if you know Nintendo, you know they're gonna hold out on some like some more details that could go in and like switch the game up a lot.
I wonder how they're gonna make her play, because in Metroid Dread and Metroid Samus Return, she has like a parry move. In Metroid Dread, she got like kind of like face shift forward. Like I may say that's why I say I like the 2D games more, because she could do a lot of stuff. So I wonder how they're gonna like implement some of that stuff into 3D games.
Melee attack, like was it Halo 3? I think where like you go like, just like start like punching aliens in the face and stuff. I want to see Samus just like use her arm cane and just like actually like maybe taser whip someone to her and just punch him. That'd just be
like
cool.
on some Doom Eternal, like actually start to actually like
basically we need the Doom community.
I would not be mad at that. Samus like goes through the aliens like bow bow, like kind of like just beats them up more or like shoots them. That'd be kind of cool. Like if there's like a gauge on the screen that kind of have you like do special cool things.
Yeah, if it was anyone, it would be Samus.
It would be Samus. Samus is savage.
It would be Samus.
She handles it.